at SPY. Now, I do like it that a lot of you guys here inside Echo, you guys kind of are already able to identify the lack of a setup, at least on the lower time frame. But let's look at the 24-hour first. So we have two levels, right, that we're currently fighting with. One is 567, and the one below us, if we were to drop and lose the wick, is 563.35. Now there's a pocket of empty space underneath that. That's what I'm targeting. If we do break down, that should drop us into here, right? And that's 555, 554. So that's if we see continuation of the downside. But then we also have, and this is where it's going to get tough, right? Because we see that 4-hour box. You have a gap fill right at 577.33. You go to the 4-hour, and all of a sudden, this becomes, and it's already done what I was just talking about in pre-market, the bounce off the floor. So this basically leaves you inside of a box, right? And these are the days that I typically don't participate. I do see the potential to take a quicker trade. And this week I am going to be a lot busier. So I can't, and today I got to hop off probably around 10:15, 10:20. So a quicker trade, if presented, I wouldn't mind. So here's what this is going to look like in my book. So at the moment in pre-market, we have a 15-minute box with a 568.95 floor. If we could see that recovered, one could use that as a stop loss. And then we need to be over 570.38. Now at this point, yes, I think it's not far-fetched to go look for or seek out that gap fill. And that's my day trade. Right? 5-minute, same look.
Yo, sorry about that.
As you all right. But yeah, this 5.869.90 or 68.90 floor needs to be recovered. I do want that red 570.69 to get cleared, even though cost basis at 570.18. Momentum is going to be important here, that we are driving in the right direction. And using these boxes and the tops of them as stop losses in these conditions is going to be important. To the downside, right? This is what you bounced off of here this morning. This lower time frame box represents your support on 24-hour time frame, so 566.71, and we could see that meltdown that we're talking about. So QQQ.
I like QQQ. It has a nice chart.
Yeah. This one still has a floor directly underneath it at 578.75. That would and is still one of my targets. The downside if we were to see any sort of collapse. But like SPY, we are in a box, right? 4-hour time frame. We're nearing that floor already here in pre-market. That's 582.20 hourly, right? As we move down, you can see 5 pretty much holds the same way. Now, in the 15-minute, this is going to play out very much like SPY, where we have a box, a floor of 585.28 that needs to be reclaimed, simple, and a 586.36 punchback to hopefully get you into that empty space. And trimming is going to be important if you're using weeklies today, but over 587.43, I'm shooting my shot into that gap. So it's pretty simple, right? What's up, Alex? Where's Ivy at? I bet she's still freaking tired right now. So yeah, you need all of the data. All right, so that's the Qs. Last one is IWM. IWM's put up a little bit of a different fight here. 24-hour time frame, inconclusive. Kind of looks like it could just fucking straight up dump out of here. You don't have much to go off of. On the 4-hour, it looks just like everything else, where you are entrenched inside of a box, and that box is fighting with this box, and it's a box fight. So
yeah, they literally have the same exact chart on
every single one of them. So there should be no. It's just a matter of choosing which one fits the script. And so that needs to. For IWM is always more small account friendly, in my opinion, but that does depend on how it's moving. Right now, it's coming off of a good couple of days, 3 or 4 days of sideways chopping action. So hopefully those contracts will be in your favor here this morning. I would assume they are. Um, oh, how do I know when to switch from the 24-hour to 4 or less? So identifying the higher time frame setup is the most important. So for us on the 4 hour is really the only place where we can come to a conclusion that there's structure and that we are inside of an area of consolidation. Um, but we do something called top-down analysis. So we're starting at the highest time frame, and then we are looking for uh, our entry or triggers on a lower time frame, since this system is fractalized, basically meaning what happens above happens below. So what happens on the 24-hour, you punch through a box 50%, that's a new high. 5 minute new box, empty space above, that's a new high. So same thing. All right, so that's our ETFs this morning. If you guys have anything you want me to take a look at, again, said it last night on YouTube. If you didn't watch it, this week is wedding week. I am going to be fucking busy.
Ding, ding,
And
ding.
huh?
Ah, no, that's my sound effects.
So anyway, yeah, go ahead and drop those in the chat bubble, and we'll take a look at them now. So, PSN about $62.
Dude, I
Dude, I
was
was
looking
looking
at
at
well, last night I
last night I
looked at a
looked at a
couple
couple
charts. Like,
charts. Like,
what's
what's
crazy to
crazy
me
to
is
me
how
is
they
how
all
they all
have
have
like
like
bullish
bullish
bounce
bounce
setups,
setups.
but if
But
we
if
don't
we don't
catch a
catch a
bid on
bid
like
on
the
like the
ETFs, we're
ETFs,
just
we're
gonna
just gonna
just
just
chop
chop
around, which
around,
is
which
what
is
I
what I
mentioned.
mentioned.
We
We
have
have
we
we
have
have
this week
this
is
week is
inflation
inflation
data, and
data,
then
and then
next week
next week
is
is
bro,
bro,
you know what,
you
I
know what,
call
I
this
call
week
this week
sell week.
sell
We
week.
have
We have
FOMC,
FOMC,
and then we
and we
literally
literally
have
have
quad
quad
witching on
witching on
Friday.
Friday.
So that's gonna be the
The
actual
actual
day we're
day
gonna
we're gonna
bid.
bid.
Like
Like
that's
that's
gonna be
gonna
the
be the
week that we're
week that
gonna
we're gonna
bounce, if
bounce, if
anything.
anything.
And
And
it's gonna
it's
be
gonna
one
be
of
one of
those.
those.
So
So
like
like
one of
one of
the
the
tips that
tips
I
that I
want you
want you
guys to
guys to
like
like
follow, at
follow, at
least
least
leading
leading
into
into
these
these
next two
next two
weeks,
weeks,
on the
on the
small
small
account that
account
I'm
that I'm
using,
using,
this is
this is
where
where
I
I
separate
separate
myself
myself
from
from
any
any
new
new
traders and
traders and
any
any
like
like
people
people
that
that
they get
they get
sucked
sucked
into
into
like
like
markets to
markets to
trade and
trade
trade
and
and
trade.
trade. My
My
goal
goal
these
these
next two
next 2
weeks
weeks
is to
is to
trade
trade
less
less
instead of
instead of
trading more,
trading more,
right?
right?
I know
I
that
know
it's
that
going to
it's gonna
be
be
a
a
news-based
news-based
week,
week,
especially with
especially
all the
with all the
CPI
CPI
reports and
reports
all
and
the
all the
news that's
news that's
going
going
around.
around.
Remember that the
Remember, the
CPI
CPI
report is going
report
to
is gonna
read
be
February's
February's
data,
data,
so it's
so
going to
it's
be
gonna
more
be
or
more or
less
less
into the
into the
effects of
effects of
Trump
Trump
being
being
in his
in his
presidency,
presidency,
but
but
I don't
I don't
think
think
those are
those
going
are
to
gonna
matter
matter
till the
till the
March
March
readings,
readings,
and the
and
May
the May
readings.
readings.
Those are going to
Those are
be the
gonna be
good
the good
ones.
ones.
These are going
These
to
are
just
gonna just
start
start
moving
moving
ahead and
ahead and
whatnot.
whatnot.
So
So
it's
it's
very
very
important to
important
know
to know
also that
also
the
that the
reason why the
reason why the
market is
market is
reacting like
reacting like
this
this
is
is
because
because
Friday
Friday
Powell
Powell
didn't really
didn't really
give us
give us
any
any
positive
positive
outlook,
outlook,
right?
right?
He
He
said,
said,
yeah,
yeah,
things are
things are
fine,
fine,
whatever, but
whatever,
the
but the
rate
rate
cuts are
cuts are
still
still
eh. So
So
nobody
nobody
wants to
wants
hear
to.
that, right? Nobody wants to hear that the thing that's good for the market, which is rate cuts, cheaper money to borrow, adds more, cash into the markets, is not coming into play, right? Because Powell still thinks that things are not that well enough to continue cutting rates. But as we've seen before, and as I've said before, Trump is basically trying to pressure Powell to cut rates, even if it's an emergency rate. So this little back and forth action between the Fed and the president is not a easy, trading climate, right? Especially when things are pinned right at support. The last thing you want to do is be caught short. The same way you don't want to be caught, buying calls when we're pinned against resistance. Like if we were an all-time high, would you be buying calls if this was the climate? If this is what you're hearing? No, right? Because at any moment you can get some aggressive pullback. So it's the same thing to this, macro support area. Unless there is follow through in price, you should not be salivating at gap downs, right? Especially a gap down like today's, which
Mic check.
we opened the day. Sorry, we closed the day about almost 100 points from the lows. And then right now we are currently maybe 30 something points from the lows. So we're not really building on this gap down. We're just coming back down to our lows. You get me? So it's very important for those that have small accounts to pick what they want to trade, not just trade the first thing they see, right? Because if not, this is where you're going to start getting paper cuts. And I know we've talked about a couple of you that you guys get 1,000 paper cuts, and then this is when you start seeing your account drop. It's not pretty, right? At the end of the day, you have to focus on setups that are that have, a really good quality, not quantity, right? I don't want to take 80 trades. If I know that I can take these 2 or 3 trades and they're going to produce me a good amount of cash and I can be risk off from the markets, the last thing I want to do is just be trading every little pop I see, right? Just because Garrett scalps IWM because he sees a good setup or he day trades IWM, right? Doesn't mean you have to take it with some aggressive size or half or most of your account, right? Separate the scalp trades from the day trades. If you don't have enough cash in your accounts to handle a loss, you should not be scalping. If you don't have enough cash in your account to day trade comfortably, you should not be day trading as well. Stick to the 24-hour setup swing trades. If there are no empty spaces on the 24-hour, you should not be trading that stock. Remember what I've been telling you guys since I've been here. Empty space dictates the move. There's no empty space, there's no move. There's just little like
Me,
micro boxes.
it's to me, it's so simple. If we can make 5, 6x from what most people are doing, like they kind of, to keep things in motion, to keep the fucking gears greased, they've kind of have to trade, right? Like they're getting 20, 30, 50% maybe out of the market, per play, but we have the ability to take a little bit and make a lot. And so placing yourself in the right area at the right time and making good decisions, and you can do it with risk. You don't have to put a ton on the table. We know this. What matters the most to me is being able to buy compound contracts. That's why I've kind of gravitated towards Disney and Starbucks, because that gives me the ability to buy 100, 150 contracts. And if I get 150, 200, 300%, we're good. You know what I mean? And I can focus my time and energy into shit that makes sense. So,
100%. That's
uh,
that's all that matters.
yeah. Um,
Setups that are gonna pay you, not wreck you.
Yeah, I got my phone. Yeah, hell yeah. We'll talk about it in a minute. So really quick, we're gonna look at CCL, Stelio. Um,
Carnival?
so this one looks just like your ETFs, right? You got a
Okay.
flat floor at 1990. Your job is to see how you respond. I would assume that on a lower time frame, we should be able to spot some sort of structure below that will basically dictate whether or not you fall. And even though this seems small and insignificant, it is not. I would pay attention to the $20 level here and 1995. That being said, right, this is where people fail to use or utilize pre-market, right? There is structure in pre-market or orders to be filled that you can literally see. Look at that, right? So below 2014, you could see that leg down or that bounce, and then this could trigger you back up. So there could be a intra-box trade, right? Setting you up for a 2050 and 2060 retest. So just throwing that out there. While we're in boxes or when we are stuck in range, you are either, and make a plan for both. Make a plan for whether or not that just goes and breaks, right? Where you set your fucking stop loss is the most important thing. It should be close, or your entry. Well, our entry is typically our exit. So getting in at the floor, or when you see that candle close up against it, or maybe it pop down and retest it, that's going to be really, really important. Um, Kraft Heinz has a target above you at $33. It looks like it did manage to escape out of there a little bit. So I would be focused on the 4 hour, where it does show that you are currently building where you need to, right? So still it has a bullish look to it. My goal obviously would be above 32.50 4 hour candle close, and on the hourly translates perfectly well. So you're looking for this to try to pop out and hold. If it does not, and you lose that 31.97 floor, you're back down to 31.50. So Marvel to the upside. So this is begging the question: where the fuck are you? So I'm not typically one. Yes, in a bear market, there's going to be opportunities, and that's kind of what Manny was just talking about. And so acknowledging where you're at in these large structures. Now, I'm just using, this is not necessary, there is a box here, right? And in the most recent price action, this is a box that you just punched through, but I don't really have a box. I just have a floor. And so I'm using the $67 floor. And I can recognize that in the most recent price action, 66 is truthfully that floor. So if you're trying to play this to the upside, you have to basically map this out on a lower time frame. And that's what this looks like, which is identical to what we are seeing across the market, right? So maybe you wick down, you lose that floor, and you go to 66, or you pop, fill the gap, move over 70.82, and then you would have this immediate box here and a target of 72.25. And that would have to obviously be punched through in order to get anywhere. So I mentioned that I like Starbucks. That doesn't change. 24-hour time frame, inconclusive, not a great 24-hour setup, right? So this means that my risk is reduced. I'm not going to be loading the boat trying to get into this thing until it does give me a clear setup. As of right now, like everything else, it is inside of that range that was set last Friday. And bouncing around where we have the median marked. The hourly shows empty space, still may be able to make it down to 104. That, again, I wouldn't mind that much, but this is how you can look at this going into today. You have, and I'll be honest with you, that's where you're going to lower the structure here, and that is in the most recent price action, but also not leaving that out, considering that price has responded to it. Now, I'm going to cover something really briefly. I know this is obscure. I don't talk about it probably ever, but look, I know this, yeah, a little bit far-fetched. It's still a box. Still orders. It's probably the weirdest box you'll ever see me draw, right? I could say the same thing here, and I know this, again, is a little weird, but look at those two candles right there. So by simply just acknowledging this box, I can tell you that above 105.66 and outside of 105.78, you're likely going to go ahead and fill that gap, and then 106.13 would be a target. And I would look at it like this. Now, when you go into a lower time frame, that might change a little bit. And that would just give you two separate targets. So, Ryzen, all price action matters. Verizon still has a 46.36 target and then a 46.48 target. Just have a plan for where this falls. You can see right here that is 45.75. So you just got to keep it ripping. Oxy, let's see here, 24-hour time frame. So I'm just not a fan of anything that's in a box, although it does seem like it could try to make an attempt at breaking down below that. At the moment, right, you have a small pocket of empty space available, and you've already punched through, and so you're kind of looking for a break over 47.50 to get up to this 48, and that's where this needs to be paid attention to, because a punch over 48.83 could lead us up to 50.44. Potter, what trading view setting do you have? Yeah, there's a YouTube video covering my setup. I've customized it though.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got a little downtrend there as well on the 4-hour. BA upside. I talked about this
Oh
one
my
yesterday.
God.
There is going to be, listen, this is actually, BA goes through it's like a bad girlfriend. It goes through periods of greatness and then periods of torture. We've all been there.
We gotta
So
start bombing something, dude. When we don't
yeah,
start bombing anything, it's not
yeah.
gonna go
So
off.
yeah, we need to see
We need somebody
F-35s in
to
the
come out and like be a whistleblower for BA, and then they get killed, and then BA pumps like 20%.
That's the
the next
only,
week.
dude. It's the only stock that's taken somebody out and then gotten a
Multiple
bump in the
times,
stock
dude.
price
Like
for it. Yeah,
you could look it up and it's like this is not bro, it's crazy. I don't even want to talk about BA before I get a hit on me.
be careful there. So real quick, you're gonna be looking at two potentially separate levels. One here at 150.40 or two at 149.15. If you can bounce this pre-market like everything else, this is a good setup. This is a great setup. Period. So I'm telling you that it's a good setup. Your job is to go look at the contracts and determine whether it's a good setup for your account. The target upon a punchback over 153.75 would be 158. And that should give you nice, juicy, fast movement, right? And that's where I'd want my stop loss set at the top of my structure. So your job, right, is to move down even further and determine where you could find or get into this. So at the moment, I see that you're holding up here. So watch that. And listen, if you were to fall underneath that floor, that's actually awesome, because if you pull down, you can punch. And listen, I know this is, again, obscure, but it's true. Look, delicious. That's a freshly cracked Sprite right there. 150.75 over 151, and you're basically trying to go and fill up that pre-market. And then that should lead you up to your floor, 152, and let's see if you can get a gap fill and a punch back. Not bad. Uber. Okay. So I made this, and I didn't call Netflix by any means, but I did say this on Netflix. I said, I think it was Monday, I said, because of the way that we're set up, or it was actually the week before that, I said that there's a extremely high probability that this breaks on Netflix, and that was, again, pretty fucking
What a
profitable.
trade, bro.
What a trade,
What a
right?
trade.
I think $98 to 600 or something like that. So this breakdown, right? It's not fucking rocket science, right? We
No,
could
no,
go and look back,
chart.
consolidation or contraction and expansion, contraction and expansion, right? And so now you rode the wave, maybe you wait. Contraction, expansion, contraction, expansion. Contraction, stocks giving birth, and labor, contraction, right?
It's
So
beautiful.
it's beautiful, beautiful baby Netflix. So when we're looking at Uber, I can say the same thing. I can almost guarantee to a degree that this is going to move. Now, while I just mentioned BA being a good lower time frame setup, this is everything. I want this, right? What is happening to the contracts on Uber in this torture box? Both sides, in here and down here, are getting cheaper and cheaper. So how do we interpret this, right? We're going to move down. So top-down analysis activated. Sorry. I've been watching Grandma's Boys clips.
What a grow on.
We're just traders, extremely intelligent traders. So you are in a fixed downtrend. There is a floor directly underneath you at 72 or 73.22, an empty space guiding you down to 70. So that's how religions start. 70.83. Now you left a gap, and we're going to go ahead and get rid of this for a second. So if you can flip it and reverse it, put your contracts down and work it. I'm sorry. But you are looking for that gap fill and a move over 76.50, pop out, and then to the upside, empty space. Actually, we're gonna bring it down here. And so you would have a target outside of this box directly up to 79.27 with runners touching 80. To the downside, you're looking at that singular floor here. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of lower time frame. And I would be careful if it does break down first. because you're leaving that gap behind. Overall market conditions would have to be in a meltdown for this to just fly. So, do you have Bloomberg? No. No. All right. So we are in morning prep right now. If you have any questions here on TikTok about a stock that you're watching, utilizing my strategy, if you don't know who I am or what I do, we make 1,000% trades on options consistently, 500%, 300% set the low. And I have a system on YouTube that you can go and learn yourself. Potter Stocks Trading playlist. I love when I pull up my own page and there's a fucking ad for like some trading indicator. It's kind of funny actually. All right. Is it too late for shop? We'll take a look at that. No.
Dude, we gotta figure out a way how we can make this an indicator. I don't really think it's that hard. I mean, if you just can get the code to just map out, I would say
If
the range.
if it identified boxes for me in empty space,
Yeah.
I'd be happy. But I like the manual. They call me old fashioned.
No, I know, but it'll be like a nice little thing. Any nerds that are into this stuff, like reach out to me. That's
There's
what I want.
already someone that created something like this. I
Yeah,
mean,
there is.
All right, well, he's not that cool, so we're gonna
Oh,
make it better.
shit.
oh,
All right, he's not cool. He's not cool like us.
They're not like us.
Dude, Netflix, dude. Every time I keep looking at this chart, it's like, bro, I can't believe this thing actually played out so perfectly, guy. Oh my god, bro, it broke the box, punched back into the box, gave the most perfect entry on that punchback, and then said, "Jesus, take the wheel."
Can you explain it?
860 went
How?
to 858, bounced, and that's it. Like it does not get easier than this. It's just crazy.
Could you explain how you pick entries and how you pick your contracts? Yes, I buy
I click.
target-based contracts and I use structure to in order to get in. So, for example, if I wanted to take a bounce off of Shopify's floor, right, I would more than likely be, and here's where, I would probably just focus on this hourly. There's a small area of consolidation and a green candle, 97.65. So either A, I'll use the bottom, or B, I'll use the top of those candles to set my stop loss. So a lot of the times, yeah, I will try and get in on the floor if I see the momentum is at the, or maybe if I got the balance. But I'll use the bottom of that candle. Now, when I'm picking my contracts, I'm targeting the target, right? Now, typically it's going to be a little bit further away. So when I look at this, right, I see a gap fill. And that could, of course, keep you in this range, but I would be looking up towards 101.75. So just to give you an example, like a bunch of people on the Discord caught Netflix to the downside. We were talking about that. So if you were to be looking in this area of consolidation, we would be targeting all of the empty space or the majority of that empty space and the structure down below, right? And so one could theoretically, especially underneath that 936, be targeting 860. So we do this because A, we know how empty space operates. If it looks like this, there's a good chance it's going to move like that the same way, the same time. And or in the same fashion, in the same space. And so knowing this and having this burden of knowledge, we typically buy the contracts that most people would consider to be far-fetched or out of the money too far. And this allows us to compound our contracts because we do have knowledge that most people don't. And that's that we understand how price moves in certain areas. And if we can see that and understand that, then we know that our contracts, right, are typically safe if they're in within basically 2 steps of the target price. So
hey Potter, since you skipped my first ticker, can you look at Disney?
you're talking about PSN?
Yes.
I did that, but Manny wouldn't stop talking. So
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm just. This one, it is a little bit difficult to transcribe on a lower time frame. You need it over 61.45, candle close over 60.85. But in reference to Disney,
My name?
good bounce, right? We talked about this. It's gapped up basically into that wick, and it's actually this today should be really easy in some case, or in some, you know, some of these stocks. Everything looks the same. You had a big bounce on Friday, and you're opening up at the 50% mark inside of it, so you're playing within the range. But what makes this easy is you have 105.85 over the top, right? And then it would be 106.42 to reclaim, and then you would be looking to eat up this empty space above you with a target of the floor at 107. All right. VST down.
Mhm.
Looks like it's already happening, my brother. You are targeting right now, right here, 106.50. If you can break down below that, go for it. You have a 93.50 target, but I'm not sure if that's going to flush directly. So Nike down. It'll short my shoes. Tread lightly. But I mean, I will say you are, or did rather, pull back underneath that 79.46. And so what you're looking for is this small box here to basically be lost, and that's 76.13, leading you down to 73.50 hourly. Wild. So there's a great chance that Nike should move, build a box workshop, gap fill right here, 76.51. I want that to break in order to take that down. I'll take that with you. I'll take that with you. I'll say it with you. To the upside, it's 78.67 and an immediate target of 79.50. Good morning, Milk. Thank you, Putter. How far do you normally purchase leaps? So for me, if it's, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a lot of the times I'll buy the actual weekly contracts. If there's structure, so like, say this is the 24-hour time frame and we're here and I'm expecting a punch down and I want to take it underneath 80.65 and there's empty space underneath us, but I want more or see more. If I have a box in front of me, typically every box adds a week. That's a general great rule of thumb. If you have a box that you have to move through, you want to add a week, because this should help out a lot of people. Weekly contracts are purchased when you see empty space. I'll give you a second to write that down on a piece of stone. Empty space, weekly contracts. Structure in front of empty space, we have to consider adding time. Why? Because price is going to respond to structure. You don't know whether or not you're going to get a punch through. You can generally maybe get a good idea of what's happening on weekly or 24-hour and come to a conclusion, but you don't have that information. So let's say it goes up to that box, or in this case, Nike comes down and pops and hits this box, fills up that empty space, but it fell really fast. Right? You would be able to set stop losses or areas. So like maybe it bounces, reverses 50%, and then plugs down. You can handle that. Sticking to your stop losses and is the best. All right.
There's nothing today, right? Data-wise?
No. Celsius.
Oh, wow. No, yeah. Of course there is. Of course
Wait.
there is. This fucking guy speaking.
Who? Trump?
Ooh, yeah, bro. This dude. Oh my God, man. Somebody take this guy's mic away. Give him the same sleeping pills they'll give Biden, please.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Wake him
dude.
up when there's conflict. That's how. Why can't we just do that? Wake him up whenever we got an issue. Hey,
Trump.
people at NATO want
Israel's attacking.
Wake him up.
What?
Hey, Europe says they're gonna give Ukraine weapons. Wake him up. Wake him up. Wake him up. As the president, the markets are falling. Put him to sleep. For the love of God, take the mic away from this guy.
Canada just cut off oil to supply to the United States. Celsius is great over 27.94. This is a great example. Everybody in here who is watching me on TikTok, and you're new and you've never seen anything before, you are looking over 27.89. You just asked me, where do I, or how do I choose my contracts? That is empty motherfucking space. So I am looking at the $30 strike outside of $28. Alex, where's Ivy?
Trump is gonna take the VIX to 30 today, bro. At this rate that we're going, we're gonna get a $30 VIX before the close. Ugh.
Tell Ivy to start her stream and then take a nap. She can
People
nap.
were saying the VIX looks like it's ready to go parallel.
Oh my fucking god. God damn it. Right before the bell, too. Well, that was a mistake. Oops.
Guys, remember it's Monday, right? So try to build a little bit of cushion for the week. Let's not start the week giving up all the gains we made already so far. That's not good for your account or your mental health. Makes you feel like a failure.
Someone else mentioned a journal. I'm starting that. I want to take like a little trade journal and make sure like I'm doing things like really keeping track and being concise. I've been starting like really trying to be concise with everything.
Yeah, that would help a lot. When I did that, the only bad thing was that I became a bit too of a perfectionist, and then that made it very hard for me to take certain trades. You know, it was good in a way.
Really quick, Manny, could you reshare my stream? I can't log into my right hand, dude. It's numb.
I need somebody to sign off. Somebody get off of Alex's stream so I can start mine.
Or
Hopefully, it'll
mine.
start live.
I can jump out real quick of Potter's.
Okay, I got it.
We're open.
Ding, 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 ding. Just want to make sure it's sharing the right
Get
window.
the fuck out of here, dude.
Hey, I'm back.
Anyway, I'm sorry, dude. Damn.
Not you, sorry.
There's an echo on me.
On who?
Manny's.
Oh, just mute his stream.
Change his stream volume down.
All right, so
Such
we're
a
hitting for that.
disgusting open.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're hitting for that possible gap fill off the gates. Yes, is trying to do it, but
Nike just popped up to go fill the gap. Celsius is moving up. Curious on whether it's going to happen today.
I just got an alert on IBM.
Also Verizon.
Did that shoot straight up? We should have. Yeah,
I thought it might.
IBM should have already been taken, though. All right, Celsius, you little fucking shit. Why do I have Starbucks? All right, Peyton's whole account is going into Celsius.
Yeah, Celsius just crossed too.
what's the ticker for Celsius?
CELH.
Potter, and you don't mind buying like right now?
No,
No, I think it looks like it's breaking out right now.
this is Peyton's account, dude. What do I care?
What contracts are you looking at for that?
30.
30s? Weeklies?
Yeah. Are you serious? You little fucking shit. You had my order and you could have filled it, you fucker. Sorry. I'm good. Everything's fine. All right. Wow, that was terrible. Go fuck yourself. All right, one last resistance here on Celsius. I'm looking at 28 to 23. Stop loss is 27.84. Let's see if we have the juice. Crack open a Celsius. Sit on your plug and unwind.
Qs are bidding low day.
Again, if you move fast, you have to keep your foot on the gas pedal. So if it does fall underneath, I'm going to go to the 15-minute. Too bad. Get the fuck out.
It moved a little bit too fast for me, so I don't want to chase it. And the spread on it's widening and the bid is not catching up, so
Everything
kinda-
is moving to, so I'm just letting you know right now, folks, that we got to get a bounce on our correlating ETFs, or we are in absolute danger of completely reversing. But the reason I've taken this, and I'm okay right now, we're good. The reason I've taken this is because I don't have a choice, right? Where I need to set my stop loss is where I need to take that trade. So the worst thing that can happen is just what I do. If I do dumb shit, then that's where I go wrong. All right. So we're on the floor here for the Qs. 480 is our last shot here to hold on.
Yeah, I got 480.75.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know if you're
rounding
around
numbers
there.
right now.
Where cost basis on my 15? Bum, ba-da, bum, 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 bum. Spy flush, low day. Everything is heading for low day.
Celsius went
You know,
straight up, so I'm a little scared.
we could be getting that open, where we head down and then bounce into 10 a.m.
Well, I'm hoping that's what happens because Celsius just popped up, and if Celsius pulls back underneath 2786 and the Qs don't bounce, we're going to reverse back to where we started. So I need the Qs to bounce here. I need it, Manny.
Constellation Brands looks like it just got into empty space. STZ is the ticker.
I just want to make sure you guys are seeing Garrett's stream and it's not paused on my end. If it is, please let me know.
Disney's heading for the floor. Qs have 478.76. If you decide to take it short, there you go, little fucker. You little shit. You little shit.
The bid on these contracts on Celsius is just so weird, man.
Yeah, I barely got filled, bro.
Insanely weird. Look at that. Is there one of you guys that keeps trying to sell 10 contracts
No, I hope
on the
not.
spread?
Somebody is getting scared already.
Yeah, because like somebody keeps messing with the exchange.
Should we go Celsius put 1 week out? No. Why would we are not hedging? Hedging is left. No, hold on. Where everybody, some people don't know, right? First time, okay. If you're buying something intraday and you're in profits and everything's going great and you're hitting a resistance zone and one can start expecting maybe a reversal, grab something weekly, sure. But when you first take a trade, don't mix it up. Just do your job. That's it. If you don't do your job, you fuck up and you lose money. So what is our job right now? Our job is to preserve 28.23. Our job is to preserve 27.85 and to run into this empty space and give me $30, which is a tall order right now in these conditions, but I'm a man. No, just kidding. Women can do this too.
Hey, Manny, you just made me laugh out loud on that one, bro. That was funny.
Which one?
Whenever Potter read that comment, you were like, "What?"
I gotta-
Yeah, bro,
I gotta-
like we're getting a 24-hour break, that's why.
He said, hold on.
Hold on. We're
Garrett was like,
gonna be
calm down,
gentle.
wait
We're
a
gonna be
minute.
gentle. We're gonna be gentle
Calm
right
down,
here.
Manny. Calm down.
I'm watching Amit. I have that, and if I'm saying the ticker wrong, I'm sorry. English is not my first language.
Yeah, as soon as it broke the
But
top of the box.
I'm watching that out of a possible breakout at 156 if we get it. Looks very decent, but the contracts are just a little bit too expensive for my taste.
You know what? It's summertime, Manny. What are you talking about?
No. It's there's expensive for my taste, and then
Guys.
there's is that Ivy?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm so sorry, Chef.
Were you
I'm really getting
sleepy?
confused with this DST.
It's okay. It's okay.
The Americans always
I
confusing
figured
everybody.
you were napping or you needed the extra sleep, so
Potter just hired
Hey,
IV
but
2.0.
Fired.
yeah, we just
You're
replicated
fired.
your personality via AI.
You're fired.
So
You're fired.
The
hey,
Constellation Brands.
You're
Sorry.
by
fired.
the way, can anyone drop
fired.
it off the
Yeah,
stream of
I'll
Garrett?
drop off Ivy so you can do it.
Thank you so
I
much,
think somebody
man.
left at joined as soon as I left because I was in Potter's stream.
I just closed out. It makes
It's
my
still full. That's
Okay, guys,
crazy.
come on,
Weird.
guys. One of you got to take it for the team, man.
Somebody's just spamming Potter's stream to get in.
I'm watching Alex. Thank you, Manny.
Anytime. Come on, Tesla. Catch a bid, man. This thing just keeps
My God,
falling, Jared.
one of my kids is at the nurse. I can hear Peyton on the phone saying, "What's wrong, baby?" Unless she has another husband. Oh no. Am I just trading for my wife's boyfriend?
Dude, one of my kids woke up sick again today. It's like
Manny, what
Hey,
you
sickness
if you can
talking
every
have a
about?
day.
boyfriend, you looking for one yourself?
You know, I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank
You
you.
already got one, dude. Back up, man.
Yeah, dude, chill out.
Fuck you, Manny.
Yeah, if you guys are
Yeah,
on TikTok, we're just hanging out right now. So if you guys don't mind tapping your screen, that'd be so cool.
I think Stelio brought that Constellation brand up last week, but that was a good swing. I picked up those 200s on Friday, and they're up 140%.
On Celsius, don't let me
What did I bring up?
Didn't you bring up STZ?
Oh yeah, I did. I
Yeah.
didn't take it.
What?
Yeah, I did not. I didn't take it, bro.
Fuck, dude.
I was so mad.
You brought
when
it up, and I
saw
went and charted it, and I even agreed with you. I was like, "Yeah, it looks good. I'm gonna take his chance on it and get those 200s." And
Yeah,
I
I
on my
didn't
just
own
take
took
it.
worst enemy
200s this
page.
morning.
Yeah, I took them Friday. They're up 140 or so.
Q's gotta hold the bid, man. Q's are struggling to get a bid. I mean, if anybody like enters, your positions is going up and down, up and down, up and down. So not really doing much. Celsius is the bid on those contracts is finally waking up. So if you bought at like 50 with Garrett, more or less, I think he got a little below that. You should
Yeah,
be up like 25% already.
he probably got filled at like 41 or 42, somewhere around there.
Filled at 40 cents.
Yeah, that's what I
Honest,
got.
you're
Really
10 away
quickly.
from
Oh,
100.
sorry.
30% up.
Really quickly, guys. I want to ask because we're in the moment. How do you feel? I want you to anybody, especially those of you who are new.
I am jacked.
If you're
I'm a
jacked,
little
that's
bloated.
fine. But listen, I just saw somebody say that they sold because they don't like what the Qs are doing. Right? I'm telling you this right now. That shit is why some people use this system and still fail. Right? And I'm not coming down hard on anybody, but chill out. Right? Your job is literally it's doing what it's supposed to do. So
Yeah.
whatever gets you out of this trade is in your own fucking mind, right? And that correlates to so much in life. Like how often do we think things of ourselves that nobody else is thinking? I'm like, God, dude, I look like a nerd. Well, I do, but regardless, like,
Fucking nerd.
But
just
some of our biggest plays are the ones that run inverse to the market.
yeah, of course,
Exactly.
but also just like really. What are you feeling right now, right? Where is that feeling at? Where is it located? Is it in your stomach? Is it like find that anxiety and breathe into it, right? Breathe into it, breathe through it. And I'm telling you this right now, in my mind, all I can hear is it either works or it doesn't. And right now, it's working. And if you have the size, I I do to trim
Well,
at 100%, you can trim, and that's totally fine. I was just going to say, we just hit the in my imbalance mark. I have a target coming over here from our left at 28.81. But what and I will say this, right? Yes, there is a lot of empty space underneath us. We don't have a lot of structure. We're hoping to build it, right? But and even if this was to reverse, yeah.
I will tell you guys this: do
Yes,
not
but she needs
blame
to
the
come home and
ETFs
be
for
in
your
her.
paper hands.
And
Okay,
she wants to be in
that's a
her
very
room.
big thing. If
So
you
I think
can
I
hold the
had my
position,
target a little bit wrong, but we're pulling back now. Should I just get out?
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
really, like we're literally talking about this thing.
I know, but I know, but it's just
Helio.
this is a little different because it
Banned.
I have this problem where my target will be a little off, and then we'll reverse, and then I end up losing the trade. So that's why I'm asking. I'm not scared or anything. I know where I have to go, but it's like
I get what you're saying, right? But here's what I'm going to counter. Well, first of all, here's where we're at. Okay, so it would make sense, sure, to trim, But my job is I'm playing to here 30, 20 fucking mother two. That's what I want. That's what I need. If it doesn't work out, I just trimmed, so I'm good. And it is responding to that. So my goal here, right, is to identify structure underneath me, which I can't until I go to a 45-second chart, right? But that's what's necessary at the moment. And what for me, this maybe this gives some people anxiety. For me, it eliminates my stress. Because if I understand that the system that I'm using is mechanical, meaning that when this small fucking stupid box punches down to this small stupid floor, right, it could lead to a collapse. Underneath 2813, we're going back down. Underneath 2813, we're going back down. But what are we doing right now? We're establishing a box. So while it is nerve-wracking, right, when shit is not going right at your job or in your house, do you just freak out and scream, or do you start problem solving? Well, there you go. If that's you got it. Therapy is in order, my friend.
I just go full on Aaron the plumber.
So Cam, one thing that I emphasize, if you have a lot of size in Celsius, yes, you are allowed to, of course, to trim when targets get hit. This allows you to trim and move off it, you know. But if what you're doing is just based off of an emotion you have, or you're able to justify that sell by saying, well, profit is profit, green is green. Yeah, well, a minimum wage job is also a minimum wage job, right? Being in profit is like, there's nothing to do with what you're doing. You are looking at the chart. The chart is how you find a setup. But when you get into the trade, you start trading the fucking money. That makes no sense at all. You trade the chart. You focus on the chart because that's how you got into that position in the first place.
New 15, guys.
If my grandma had wheels, she would have been a bike. I love that fucking.
Oh my god, dude.
I love that, dude. If my mother had wheels, she'd be a bike.
That was the best segment on TV ever.
I laugh, dude. I love watching that clip back because it makes me laugh so hard.
I want to watch the cues on a punchback here to see if I can get an entry into some upside gap fill positioning.
Bro, that was just a bar, Potter. Like, I hope that little segment was clipped. You're saying we're looking at the setup on the chart and then you start trading the fucking money. That's a fucking bar. And I think a lot of us, especially in the beginning of our journey, deal with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. 2 weeks ago, I would have bought and sold like 50 times already and lost.
Yeah, dude, you gotta chill out. We're not scalpers.
We're
talking to Manny about that.
Get it.
Out of just irrational fear.
Push. Your grandma wants to buy. Your grandma wants to buy.
You know, I used to have an irrational fear of missing the opening trade, and then I realized that I was getting into the trade at 9:30.32, which is like 32 seconds into the open.
I just want to throw this out here really quick, Manny. I love you. Sorry. Free Cuba. 29. What? So nothing. It's fine. We do have three rejections off of the top, guys. So if we do lose this floor, if we are curling back down, we can start considering getting out of this trade. Now, again, perspective. If this does go down and we do get the signal that we are going to break down, you will get out, and more than likely you'll be able to do it in somewhat profits, which again, I'm going to keep hammering these setups, and I'm going to take them to where I said I was going to take them. I'm going to trade them from A to B, right? And if it does not work, I'm going to get out when the chart tells me that we are going back to where I got in, or sometimes, unfortunately, where I got in. So rather than panicking, right, and being a greedy little shit and trying to make sure you keep your little shekels, I didn't choose that currency for any specific reason, but that is what we're trying to do here. So, and this is nuts though, that I'm on the 45-second, but that is what's required, right? And look, I just said multiple rejections off the top. It's not and I will say this, and it's hard to recognize while you're in the box. On a 1 minute, this is just 2 times off the top, and it is a box, right? So I do want to kind of let price action work. So my job, I'm going to go to the 1, and I'm going to find my floors. So if we lose this 28.71, there's a pocket of empty space here, right? Now, how do I want to fall out of this box, y'all? How do I want to fall? Or how fast, right? In order to bounce. Right, exactly. So we want to try to bounce. Now, we might not, but we're gonna be cool. Take a deep breath and watch. No matter what, if you repeat this, you're going to hold your trades to where they need to go, right? It might not work this time. Maybe it does. I think it already did work for the most part. You know, we got 100% to the upside, but that's how we want to operate inside of these situations. Do you see that? Now, I don't know whether it's going to reverse, but that's perfect. You fell fast and you bounce hard. Also, you guys are learning a lot, hopefully, on TikTok right now, because this is not looking at the chart afterwards, but looking at the chart right now. So let's go and let's look to our right over here on the Qs. If you guys are on TikTok, you're gonna have to turn your screen sideways to get all the charts here. But if the Qs fall, we have to consider reality, right? If the Qs fall and drag Celsius down with it. All right. So moving on, we are trying to bounce. Do you guys see? This right now, the feeling running from my fucking toes to my goddamn forehead. This is even if this shit doesn't go right, it still lets me know and reminds me that this shit works. Bounce fast, cost basis. Cost basis is now responding, and we're going to find out whether sellers have the ball in their court and they want to drive us lower, and we will go lower.
And this is honestly where I start to look at my hedges too. If I bought enough and I've already started to trim a little bit off, then I'll start looking at like the 25s on Celsius. There was 6 cents at the top there, so I picked up 10 of those, $60, and I really don't give a shit about them, but they're there in case it does come down and break that floor where I had my stop. So,
what causes spaces? Just fast movement. Very simple. Fast movement creates empty space. Empty space is easy to fill. There you go, Celsius.
Look at Netflix. I was on
Sounds
Ernest.
right at 28.70.
Okay. Is she okay?
Yeah, I guess my problem is like just moving
like
down
calming stuff
on the time frames and really finding out what's happening. Because when that happened, I'm like, wait, was my target wrong? And then I started
I totally get you. And then there's an element of it too where it's like the reason that I'm doing this right now, the reason that that I'm showing you guys is because we get out of trades because we're scared. What is fear typically derived from? What we don't understand, what we don't know, right? The fear of unknowing. We don't know. So our job is to find out. Our job is to, and here's what I'm promising you. And I'm not legally allowed to do this, but fuck you. No, I'm sorry. But that's
what?
Listen, just hold on. I'm going somewhere with this. Price, the answer to your question or your fears is on the chart. It's your ability to dive into it in order to recognize what element of this chart is going to send you down. And we're seeing it live right now. If anything, we made a little bit of cash and we learned a lot, right? If this doesn't work out. But we see how price is doing exactly what the fuck I said it was going to do. And I'm not saying that because there's no ego here, right? We're looking at fucking candlesticks on a computer screen. That's just stupid, but it makes money. So price is going to show you, if you're willing to listen, where it's going to break down. We can acknowledge that price is not going to have a good time at 28 or underneath 28.71.
And we might have an example of that in just a second. And just the fact that you can see cost basis goes up, right? How did we fall? We fell fast, but we also popped up pretty fucking quick. So now this becomes price action that needs volume to fill it up. So the only question I have here is, are we, yep, okay. So this is going to be really, really important. I'm going to stay on the 1 minute because it gives me the most structure.
Views are making a new low.
Yeah, that's probably what's not helping this drag down. So you're, wow, resilience. Resilient like a motherfucker. So 2871 is your answer. Now, where it falls, right? That's your job to identify. 2850 is first. And then I have the 2 wicks and 28, basically a small area of consolidation at 2836. So you have to determine, based on where you got in, where, right, your tolerance is. So if I got in here and this breaks down under here and that says it's going to go here, there's your answer. Now, oh no, I didn't wait for the candle to close. The candle just bounced and pulled itself back on the floor. Calm your ass down and wait.
Views are at Friday's lows.
Yep, this is it. So now one could, like Cade was just saying, look at a potential hedge, right? If, only if, the risk to reward is in your favor. So what's the worst case scenario? We come all the way back down to our pre-market 2750. So we look at Celsius and we go to 2750. Okay, fuck you. Computer screen just closed. There we go. And we're doing a good job, I will say, at holding. That is, so 2750s are a little pricey, more than I would be willing to risk. So hold on, 24-hour time frame, retracement back down into 2737. So the furthest I could go is really 26, and that's probably well priced enough for me to feel halfway decent about that. So, but I am going to move. If we are able to hold, we still have a target of 2971 that I'd like to go and hit. But good trading, good analysis here. Let's there we go. Keep building this box. It keeps tapping 2871. So how do you know it's actually going down? I'm not saying that it's going to go down. I'm telling you that the chart is telling you where it's going to go down. How do I know that? Because it keeps bouncing. That means buyers are here. Buyers are interested in holding 2871. If their interest falters and sellers have too much strength, they're going to sell. Right? It's the same thing with sellers that it is with buyers. Sellers buy, buyers sell.
Mm-hmm.
Bing, bada, boom.
We got 10 a.m. Hourly, 30-minute close in 4 minutes.
I felt more joy holding through that than the profit.
Do what?
I felt more joy holding through that Celsius play than the profit.
I mean, you should be proud of yourself when you go against what is human. I think that's literally, I mean, that's super important in life, right? To resist some of our humanly, the fear is there for a good reason. So when you're able to identify that fear, where is it coming from? How can I circumvent that or identify what actually needs to go wrong for me to be in a bad situation or to need to get out? And so doing that, and then also understanding why what you're seeing in front of you is happening, like this is something, and I'm telling you guys, there's 190 people here on TikTok, 150 people here on Discord. You guys are the only people that run like this, right? Like I get that there's some strategies out there that there's just too much information, right? There's 1,000 fucking definitions and pouring turtle soup up your butt. Like I don't even know what
God,
they've
dude,
lost the plot,
what a
dude. I don't
visual.
know, dude. I just saw some shit like turtle soup in my butt. Fair value gap. It was weird. So
God, Broly.
it's crazy, man.
Don't open any TikToks Potter sends.
No,
Dang.
I never do, dude. It ruins my algos, bro.
Who said that?
Ruin your algo.
Who
Those
said that?
oranges lip singing freaked me the fuck out.
Who?
Those oranges that you posted yesterday from TikTok where they were lip singing on live.
Like your whole
Screenshot on my
algo is
phone.
a whole fever dream, dude.
Listen, dude.
Yeah, I feel like Cade's feed is more brain rotted though.
Bunch screenshotted one of my reposts. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, that's so funny.
Dude, y'all delete everything I post from my feed.
Dude, some of the shit you post for your feed is just like
I posted
it's
a
like somebody
beautiful
with
image
no.
of a pregnant
Listen,
mother
you'll
chimpanzee.
post somebody with special needs drinking from a water fountain and be
Yeah.
like, dude, look at that shit.
Nice.
Dude, Kate got me like into we've been watching like midget wrestling. You gotta watch that stuff.
Oh, shit's fire, bro.
My
That
wife
shit's
goes
It is
to
fire.
midget
fire. That
wrestling
is
out here.
fire.
It's fucking hilarious.
Is there a midget UFC?
At
I follow a
No,
video
it's
around the
Wait,
country
what?
wrestling.
it's not the Hasbulla one. It's like midget wrestling. So you've got like midget Kane and midget like other replicas. They're just fighting each other and it's pretty funny.
You
How
guys
do you,
follow Psycho?
how do you decide whether you're going box to box? Is Manny Mexican? Oh, he's so
Yeah.
Mexican. He's a
Yeah.
very Mexican. No,
He's Mexican adjacent.
he's from the paradise that is Cuba. I'm sorry,
No, it's
Manny.
paradise. There's just no food, electricity, gas. But the beaches are nice. That's about it.
All right, here we are again at a 1 minute cost basis on Celsius. So we need to do this. We got to go. We got to get lifted. All right, let's look at the cues.
The Q's 10. There's that 10 a.m. push on the Q's. Let's see if that holds or it's gonna just
So right now,
punch
you
back in.
could sorry, Manny. You could
All
theoretically
right.
set your stop loss on your downside move at 29.12 if you are hedging. And now we know for fucking sure that if 28.71 is tapped again, there's a very high likelihood that we break down. Q's just dipped. Uh-oh. Celsius. Are we doing a Coca-Cola thing?
Would you call that a close under the low there?
Would I call what a wait, what?
Qs? That's a
No, it's not it's not you do have a 5-minute candle close that has definitely closed underneath that, but that does not mean that your 15-minute. Now your 15-minute has to recover 481 and 481.86.
Yep.
On your hourly, right? We're still sitting right around the wick, so it is actually perfectly possible to move back up to 482. Ellie just got home from school, and she just sounds
And
totally
where's the
fine.
stool in the corner? My
I
God.
don't know. I think she just Potter boxed us. She's like, my belly
Yeah.
hurts, and boom, now she's back home. Like, hey, Coco.
I used to do that so I can watch cartoons in the morning.
He's learning all the tricks now.
Constellation's doing his thing for you guys. One could use the Qs as a hedge as well, by the way. I have a target right around 477, but geez, dude, we're getting into some serious levelage here. And if they wicked this back up, dude, that'd be so nasty, so cool.
Yeah. The thing is that the Q's is leading the downside. The ES now it's when it's trying to bid lows, but the Q's is making new lows.
How did me and Manny meet? Tender.
Yeah. Oh, you guys don't like the truth? Fuck. You want to sugarcoat it?
Yeah, they didn't have Grinder out.
Yeah,
That was before.
sure it was Tinder.
I thought Grinder was a cool skateboarding app.
That was
But
Backpage. Remember Backpage?
all the other skateboarders just wanted to kiss
Nah,
me.
All the guys on there are super friendly.
All right, so Q's did give you that candle close and breakdown now. So let's see if Celsius has it's now built a box in a box. This is boxception, if you will.
You know, I had some Q calls, and looking at it now, I feel like the best exit for those would have been that potential move into the cost basis. It just it didn't give me that 15 close under the floor, so I didn't look at it as a punchback. But I did see those 475 puts go from 80 to like 130 right now. So that could have probably been a good play, but just too fast of a movement down. I feel like if this is gonna catch a bid, especially with the ESO thing. Just a matter of being liquid enough to catch the bid.
Pushed into APP. Sorry. Nice. I'm a child. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be here. I slipped through the cracks. If it can go and break that floor, APP has a nice dumpy. Hold on. Dude, I just grabbed some Q hedges for Celsius, and Celsius is holding, but Qs are fucking dumping. I'm already up 40%. Oh. Dang.
You see, I just didn't think that 5 was a punchback because we never closed below. It was a slight close, but didn't think that was enough.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Garrett, can you look at CCL real quick? Consider
Sure.
it's dumping. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, man. You taking this down?
Yeah, I got the $18 puts.
You are getting real close to home plate 19 right here over to your left. That's your first box. Box here.
Tesla is getting wrecked, bro.
Tesla is good.
Yeah,
Fuck
there's
him.
no bid on that thing.
I have long puts on that motherfucker. I got 5 of them. I feel like
at least
it's the most
empty
American
space.
thing I could do.
Yeah, honestly it is. But no, it has more empty space all the way to 220, and it looks like that's just gonna be the
How
bit
can
of
you
it.
say that, dude? Didn't you hear Elon is devastated by how much money he's losing, that his stores are getting trashed? He's going broke, guys. That's not nice. He's really on the cusp of
He's
like
not
really
nice,
being
but
in poverty.
neither am I. No, I'm just kidding.
Like, come on, you know,
Listen,
like we
apparently it
need
makes
the
you
first
stronger,
lady.
though. You know, like that's all this is, dude. He did say in an interview a long time ago. He said, "I'm gonna say and do what I want, and if I lose money, oh well. Well, oh well." I'm saying the same thing he said. Oh well. Oh well. But I am gonna short your net worth there, weird looking buddy. Elon definitely ate a lots of glue.
He's an alien, bro. I'm telling you.
I will say, dude, the whole book thing with his, being a leader of Mars. That's like me having the same name as Harry Potter and then creating like a whole system based off of a fictional character from a movie. Like, come on,
Isn't
dude.
there like something weird about
That'd be watch.
Trump's son? Like a book that was saying something about seeing on Joe Rogan podcast clip that there's a book and like something about Barron. It's an old book too. No one else saw
Yes, there's a massive rabbit hole on that. I would not suggest going down it.
What the
Elon,
fuck,
it would
man?
take like fucking 20 years for Elon to go broke at this current rate. He's got to step it up a little bit more. Time traveler thing, right? Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
He's not going broke. He owns America. He's getting every little thing he wants. This little bump on Tesla is nothing to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah.
My dad's praying on his downfall, dude. Terrible.
Oh, dude, if Celsius does not bounce here, I'm gonna start sharing pictures from Jorge's Instagram.
Hey, yeah, put me on. Put me on.
Put me on. This guy loves attention. No, I'm just kidding.
How you gonna call me a fat ass for my birthday cake? That's diabolical, dude.
There's no such thing as bad press.
I'm sorry.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
I said fat ass, and then I saw the next slide. I was like, wait, is it your birthday?
That's fucked up. You don't want no one to win, dude.
Just I'm motivating you, dude. Always,
Happy
even on your
birthday,
birthday, dude.
pizza.
Did you hear when he said "fuck you" to me?
That's
Hey,
crazy.
it's fucked up, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's
Listen,
crazy.
I'm delivering you a gold plaqued gift, but it's also wrapped in barbed wire. Okay, so accept the gift.
Nah.
That's funny.
Is the 1 minute candle close significant enough? It can be if you have a 1 minute structure. But yeah, you're playing with fire when you deal with that. Right now on Celsius, we are fucking tickling this goddamn floor again. But talk about a good ass stop loss. Now, if Celsius or the Q, okay, Q's just, nope, they haven't. Almost. I have 583, 578.50. I did admittedly grab a $26 put on Celsius, and I have a stop loss for that. Basically, I bought it up when it was tickling the top on these wicks, so that's my stop loss. But I will say, if you held and you've been managing your emotions, now reflect on how you feel, right? Even if this does break down, which I will say it's the probability of that happening is increasing by the second and decreasing also by the second. Good God. Good God. Where have you been, bro? Long time no see. Here, dude. ETHU answer, and I'll sign up for your gimmick. Eric, go to my YouTube channel and don't sign up for shit. How about that? I don't want your money. This is if you want the group, but I'll look at it for you. Are you looking at the volatility shares? Dude, I haven't looked at this one in fucking forever. I think this is, it feels like it's charting the VIX, though. Yeah, dude, I don't know how much I can offer you on this one. All right, Celsius is breaking down here. Trying to. It's a fight, though. Two naked rats fighting in a wool sock. All right, so you're going to have to focus on ETHU on the 24-hour time frame, and there's your example. Do you see this? Do you see that? You lost your floor, straight to the wick. Underneath the wick, straight down, more than likely to this. I have a 28.37, but look at the response. Now whack these wicks. I feel I'm calmer than a cucumber. What? Leave my wick alone, dude.
That should be on a t-shirt. Whack these wicks.
Oh my God. Selling t-shirts to Cade would be mad easy, dude.
Get in my box.
That's fun.
Spy flirting with the economic crash. Yeah, no big deal, man. What do you recommend?
Flirting with economic crash. What a term to say, man. What a term to say when we are literally like 90. My God, you guys need to go to the monthly. Whenever you want to talk about economic crash, go to the weekly and monthly. Look at the charts and then be like, wow, this actually does just looks like a macro pullback. Wow, this looks like our president is just talking so much shit that's
Yeah, we're not
spiking
even down
volatility.
10% off of all-time highs, I don't think.
Like,
Or we're just at
what?
10%.
We're getting close
Do you
to.
still have a job? Do you still have a house? You do, right? So is this economic? Oh my God, dude, I can't do this. I'm out. I'll be back
He's
later.
gonna crash out. He's gonna crash out.
Listen,
America is used to that.
Listen, the Bay of
I've got a
Pigs
job.
still rings in Manny's mind. Don't blame him, man.
He's gonna fly over there and ask him for a fade.
All of these little market pullbacks. You know how many of these we've had, and I've always had the same exact thing, bro. Every time I've been on Live with Garrett, people on TikTok like, "Oh, this is like, bro, shorting the markets should be tried as domestic terrorism."
Oh,
If
you know
guys
what?
go look at the monthly,
Hold on.
Racist.
I am a domestic man. All
Yeah,
right.
you better not be on TikTok.
I am. Yeah, Manny.
you know, but at the end of the day, like the SPY and all of these things, the long term goal is that they go up.
Hey, yo.
You're salivating over short term like downside price action. Why don't you start looking at companies that are very good and are very cheap?
You're very good and
Wouldn't
very
that be
cheap.
a better thing to do?
Hold on, real quick.
Manny, but
just really quickly, if you do go to the weekly on the Qs, you'll notice that we have a fat ass gap, and if we recover 485.36, we're gonna go fill that gap, and probably a little bit more whenever we bear market rally. Dude, Celsius is fucking tickling my membrane,
Fucking
dude.
holding, bro. It's fucking holding.
But it's beautiful, and I hope everybody feels a little bit calmer.
So what time frame would you get out on that? Because you identified it on the 45 seconds. So if it falls under that,
I was just using that before I had any structure at all. Now I'm moving up to, I can go to the 3 minute, right? And wherever clarity lies, that's where I make my, and dude, there's nothing but empty space underneath us. I have $26 puts just in case. So for right now, right? Basically, as we're falling right now, if we close underneath 28.66, you can make that decision. And then you can get back in if it doesn't work out. Because look, you have 2 triggers on the 1 minute, 2 minute, like so. So the only saving grace here could be, like I said, that imbalance, basically 28. But look at how you're falling. Look how you look at that as the biggest candle, and you're falling really fast. So let's see how you respond right here. Touch me. Touch it. Touch it. Touch. Now bounce. Do it. Get up. Get up. Get up there. Get up. Yeah. Get up there. Ooh, that candle closed flat on top of that, so there's probably a good chance we'll come back down even more.
I don't like edging.
You said what? I think he said he likes to watch edging. Did I hear that correctly? Okay.
Yeah, you heard it correctly.
That's what I thought.
We bounced, but wouldn't you consider that a little channel on the 1 minute?
Yeah. Yeah, baby channel.
Little baby channel.
Like what is that city that's filled with canals? This little channel.
Oh, Canal City.
Shut the fuck up. You fucking smartass. Canal City. Oh my god, I'm dead. By the way, ETHU has the wick underneath you at 235, so that's what you'd be looking for, and any sort of recovery would be upon 250. Venice, city full of canals. There you go. Or small channels and man-made tributaries, guiding disgusting water to each home.
Just book the vacation to Canal City. It's gonna be great.
Hey, the Prince of Canal City just called me and said he needs Bitcoin. Stat.
Flights are cheap. Hotels are affordable.
Why did you pick 2871 as a line to hold? Because that was the floor. That's where we can visually see that price was holding. And so if buyers are holding something and then they fail, that means they can't hold, and that means price falls. But I am managing this trade. I that is something that I wanted to happen. I had one last little bit of fucking analysis that, yeah, basically paid off, and that was this small imbalanced influenced box, which is right here. And you also, this is a great example of when you fall fast, right? You move up fast. And this is why so many people get caught during day trading, because when you rip like this, right? And this would be true, especially if we end up reversing all the way. But as of right now, we just went back up and retested said level, or A level. And so this play is getting close to being over. I'm not sad about it at all, and I don't feel that anybody else should be, because again, we're aiming, and we hit grazed 100%. I was able to trim some contracts off, so I'm just hanging on now. That's it. Just hanging on until the chart tells me that there's nothing left to hang on to, and we're getting close to being able to say that. I prefer Amsterdam. Cheap laptop to start trading. Any recommendations? I mean, dude, any laptop, and then honestly, like they have like screen attachments, or you could even get a USB, or not a USB, HDMI, and hook it up to your fucking TV. You know, I did that when I first started. I didn't have a bunch of computer screens. I had like put every screen together in my house. Fucking ran.
There's a website, Black Market.
Lenovo IdeaPad 3.
Well, there's some upside what?
There's a website called Black Market. You can buy used laptops pretty cheap.
Oh, well, check that out, my guy. Yeah, if you guys are looking to join the Discord, it is through simplestacksinvestments.com. Hopefully, you've already gone to my YouTube channel before you make a decision.
Did anyone play Uber? I missed that.
I'm an Uber.
I got an alert on it, but I was deep into this Celsius trade.
I'm sorry I said that, Jorge. That's a really good looking cake, and I'm sure it was really low weight.
I don't care. I'm like, this guy's fucking crazy. I read it and I'm like, there's no
It's
way.
at dinner too. I know it because you had just posted that story.
I'm like, just can't be in peace, bro. Not even on my birthday.
Bro, dude, he had the whole mariachi band right there, dude.
Yeah, that restaurant's pretty dope, man.
It actually looks
He's
delicious.
trying to give you body dysmorphia, bro. That's not cool.
I'll dysmorph your body. Hey, yo, what?
That was crazy, bro.
I like that song you're playing, dude. Where's that? What's the name of that song?
Which one? Couldn't even tell you.
The where'd he go?
That Future song? I'm
Ah, the one you
kidding.
posted last night.
Arachi?
Yeah,
Shit, player. I don't even fucking know.
I'll figure it out.
Homeboy looked crazy, right? Your dad?
Yeah.
As I was taking the video, I'm like, this nigga looks like he's about to die.
Damn, bro, you put that song on and you don't even have the song labeled. That's crazy. Meanwhile, by the way, as I have declined in value to the upside on Celsius, I am up 30% on my downside. So if I end up having to let this go, I'm still hanging on to my calls. We're still holding something. Although sellers do have quite a bit of control right now, and they are grinding this down. Price has not confirmed to me that we are going to fall. Although the queues continuing to melt down. If anybody is in the queues, delicious.
I have some, like, I had to hedge out my long on the queues. I didn't grab him so good. I mean, I would say I had a bit more size than I should have on the trade. But what we gonna do about it, bro? We gonna sit here and cry? No, we're just gonna go keep making money,
What do
man.
you recommend to have in your account money-wise if you're joining your Discord?
$10,000.
Jesus Christ, get out of here. If you're brand new, just starting here, you could start. The goal is for you to be able to actually use cash in the market, and to feel the emotional pulls and you know,
You hear that,
drops.
Steve? You hear that,
So
Steve?
I would rather use $100 100 times before I fucking open, you know, full on paper trading. So and you know, again,
You heard Steve?
yeah, Steve.
Cash.
Dude, these
Not paper.
STZ 200s are printing.
Yeah, the thing was moving well.
Thanks, Cade.
Oh damn, I forgot to look.
Thank you, Stelio.
Is the little Harry Potter Funko supposed to bring you good luck?
Dude, you have a Harry Potter Funko on your desk? There's no way, dog. Are you serious? Do you just like Harry
That's
Potter?
the
Was that there
background,
before
the
you met me?
lion, and now you're kidding? That's crazy.
What's that statue or that little award for? What'd you do?
What you win, buddy?
Why did you paint
Yeah,
the
a little
color?
Harry Potter phone holder my wife got me from Aldi's.
Oh, that's badass. Why'd you cut
Aldi's
paint?
selling
What's
phone
with the
holders?
color of your walls though?
Dude, I work in the ghetto. I didn't choose that.
Okay, that's
It's
pee
okay.
walls, dude.
It looks like I work in a prison with that color, but it's okay.
That's what it reminded me of. It reminded me
I
of
think a prison looks nicer than that.
the warden's office.
The warden's office would be gray.
You won't feel any emotions paper trading since you aren't using actual money. Oh yeah, that's exactly why you can test the strategy out, but eventually when you understand the mechanics behind it, yeah, do your thing. Yeah, there is
award I got a long time ago.
one of the biggest misconceptions is that you need like 19 computers. Like Rusty shit is unnecessary. Nobody needs, if especially for a futures fucking trader, there's 3 fucking tickers that, you know, you have gold, you know, NQ, ES. You don't need that many fucking screens. I mean, I have multiple screens because I'm doing multiple things while I'm trading. Streaming, all
Look
that
at the
other good
cues.
shit.
It's fucking bouncing.
Dude, I'm enjoying this whiplash very much.
Oh, my nose itches. Okay, dude, nice to hear you're enjoying it. Now, my account isn't.
I'm sorry, buddy. I never short the lows. Only short.
Yeah, Manny, I started futures this morning to try to trade this, but I was like, I'm down like 200 on it, and I'm like, I'm done with this. It's not
Yeah,
working.
don't even bother. I mean, shit, I took those trades to start hedging, you know, my position, but then I'm like, the size difference is just, it's not gonna pay enough. So then I closed.
Finish setting up iPhone?
Took the loss.
Why? The fuck? Mi
So
corazón.
people are so funny. People are like calling me like, "Oh, I'm sending over payment, the permanent application." I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine. Send over your email so you can pay me beforehand." Like, I don't know, why do people just like want you to start doing things without paying you? What the hell is wrong with people?
Damn, dude, I'm trying
Yeah,
to figure out
waste
what
you.
song Jorge's listening to, dude. It's not fair.
Just
I want to listen to that
Shazam
song.
it.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
You want to listen to a good? All right, look it. I'm gonna send you a good one.
Right
And
now, dude.
if you're gonna translate the lyrics, it's who we are.
Dude, straight up, Rusty could have got braces before you got all those monitors.
My God, Garrett, that is
Sorry.
so true.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Let me see that.
Take that one for a spin. That's a
That's
fire one.
That take that for a spin.
Yeah, that's gonna be that's the next song on my IG post right there. Wait
It's
till you see the
hard.
picture. You're gonna get a kick out of that one, dude.
Which one?
I'm gonna post these pictures on Instagram. It's a crazy picture of me diving into Cenote.
That's so
Manny,
crazy, George. Like you have, you know, balls of steel, my boy. I would never get into one of those things. Some point, those things are mass gravio sites.
hell yeah, dude, turn that shit up.
Have you seen a
They
ghost
drag
out
me
there?
down when I'm going up.
Desperado, bro. Hell yeah.
He's saying a bunch of fly shit.
Slapper right there.
He said the stars and the moon tell me where to go.
Well, dude, I was at Baby Gap and I saw that they partnered with Gucci. I thought you might be interested.
Somebody stop this man, dude.
Yo, he's a troll, bro.
He's violating me right now. Hey, my friends would die right now if they heard that one. Oy.
No, it's I. Sorry. All right. Yeah, this is fire.
So what are you thinking on Celsius? Are you getting out of your?
Yeah, I'm fixing to make a decision right now. There's a good chance I'm gonna go ahead and vacate here in just a second. Now, I do recognize that we just dumped really fast, so if we could go up and retest that, that'd be cool, but hold on one second. Why am I not seeing any fucking structure? 30 seconds, there it is.
Yeah, you clicked 45 like 3 times in a row.
Right. Yeah, so go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and cut. And
Potter, what happened to the real Potter?
what happened to the real? What do you mean?
30 seconds and 45 seconds? Are you kidding me?
I have to. I have no choice. My hand is being forced.
Potter's fucking watching the fucking 45-second.
Listen, I have to.
You've been watching Alex trade too much.
Oh
Is this
my
thing
God,
in
get the
here?
fuck out of
Is it a Potter spelled with a 3 or an E? Which one is this?
Is this a Mandela effect? Has he always done this?
I
He
do
took
it when
Hell
out
yeah,
it's
no, but being here
necessary.
causes. This is what happens when I come back.
I have no structure. Look at me. I'm on the 2 minute right now because
Oh
I
my
have to
god,
be.
what is wrong with this guy?
Okay, you know what, Manuel?
It's a
What's your
scalper.
what's
I
your
can't
middle
even
name?
tell
Does
what the
Manny have his
plane
own
is.
Discord yet?
Are you
Does
trying to take Celsius down on the
I have
30 second or
Celsius
something?
down already, and I'll be honest with you. I'm still there's still a good potential for this one to, because of its resistance to the pullback. There's still a chance that this one could find some support around this 50% mark. But because I just exited at down 1%, 1.44%. So like I could care less, and my puts as of right now, because I entered at the top, are up 61%. So I can't lose right now. And if this goes back all the way to where it starts, I still win. But I got out where I said I was going to get out, even though I didn't want to, right? The play to the upside was okay. Maybe 6 out of 10. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to be done. And look at where we're being, what we need right now. And just be ready, right? What contracts are you buying? Are you going to buy back the same contracts? If we can go back up, and this could be something that happens maybe sometime this week. That's your box. That's a 3-minute box. Translates well to the 5-minute, right? And you just put up a small floor. So above 28.44, we'll go touch the bottom of this box and experience a punchback. I can get back in. So the fear of missing out is invalidated, because the fear is not knowing. I know. So I wait. And now I just watch and see what the contracts to the downside are going to deliver. And I'll be on standby. Got an alert set here at the floor. Actually, I'll move that up over the candle right there. Oh.
How do you feel about
Yeah.
Comcast right now with this pullback? Cross
Comcast.
races.
You guys know that Comcast is the owner of Universal Studios?
Yep.
You guys know that
And
Universal
yes,
Studios makes all its budget in Halloween Horror Nights. So every other event, day, whatever you want to call it, is just profit money. That's what I call successful business.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they
you
offload
asked
traffic
Robert
children.
if people watch more TV when the economy is in a downturn, and that is a yes. That is a resounding yes.
All right.
People love TV.
Using the
and they can't
term
spend money.
economies in a downturn in this economy is considered domestic terrorism, okay? It's gonna let you know.
Maybe.
The economy is doing well. We're doing great. Things
What
are
is
looking
this?
great.
I
We're
didn't. I
saving
was
money thanks to Elon.
I
We're
was
doing great.
repeating the question Potter had on his live Sunday, and I was just
Things are
answering because
great.
I looked it up.
Not good, they're great. Somebody tell Governor Trudeau. I'm just kidding.
Watch the keys here, trying to move through the
Isn't
first
Trudeau
little bit of
gone?
structure here.
He said that he was like stepping down, but he's not stepping down. I don't
No,
know.
he's done. He's done.
Yeah, but
No,
didn't
they
he get
put someone in
needed
last
yesterday
night.
or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah, they voted a new guy in yesterday.
Oh, so he's
Yeah,
already out.
Trudeau's
So we got a
gone.
new governor.
Yep.
Is that
Oh,
true
nice.
though?
New guy talking and saying the same thing as he is.
Congrats to the Canadians.
It's Trudeau's brother, actually.
Okay.
Who's the
Imagine
governor
this.
of
Trudeau
Cuba?
comes to the U.S., gets U.S. dual citizenship, runs for governor of California, and becomes the governor of California. He's now Governor Trudeau. That's the timeline we're on. I feel like.
Yeah, I believe it. Dude.
Manny,
Isn't
who's the
Mercury
governor of
retrograde?
Cuba?
Who is the governor of Cuba?
Yeah.
Castro's brother, the other one.
Oh, okay.
Potter, can you tell me real story.
Yeah, Raul.
Hey Potter.
Yeah.
Question, man. I'm looking at like at Disney, Uber, and like Starbucks. they all have empty space down, and they're already down like 2% down on the day.
Yeah, slow day.
But when you see something like that, would you at this point it's better to wait to end the day and see at the close, correct?
To do what? To take it short more?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Because or just like with Celsius or anything else, you're forced to use something on a lower time frame. You know what I mean? So right now you're rejecting this. So if I was a seller, right, that wick, which is representative of the 5-minute box that's up above you, would be where I want my stop loss set, because that is all you have, and that's important, right? That you can identify that you don't have. So if you can, this is where sometimes maybe the floor is breaking, so we have to use something higher time frame.
Hey, can you look at ABR, please?
Yeah, and then I gotta go ahead and ABR.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. Tiny little empty space right there. So I'm assuming you're trying to take it up into the floor, which is, so you set a stop loss of 1241, and you're aiming for 13, and then if that breaks, that's the 50% mark, you can go up and try and fill up the remainder of that empty space. I have no doubt in my mind that Tesla will be touching 233.40 today, and if that is broken, 230 will be down at 224 easy. I always love when Tesla falls because it's like, oh, that can't fall any further. It's oversold. Shut up.
But
let's sell some more.
Hey, Potter, I had an alert set on the queues for 477.50 because that was the bottom of a box that we hadn't yet punched through. Going back to like September. Would that mean that we're coming down to like 471?
So right now I have this 476.24, and if that breaks, yes, I actually would increase that price target quite a bit. Around 458 would be my target, because again, when we investigate further.
Plans start at $39.99 for the first year.
Shut up. No. No.
Yep, McAfee. That's exactly. Yep, right there. Where do we go on McAfee?
Yeah.
Why don't you have ad blocker?
I have to buy the fucking I switched. I got a new debit card, and now all of my subscriptions are. That's why Crisp wasn't working. It was like, you're poor. Why are you using?
Oh, you have YouTube Red?
Huh?
Just set up a PayPal account connected to your bank account.
Fuck no, I'm not using PayPal, dude. Fuck PayPal.
Well, I use it as my company, so I get you. I know your trauma. I use it as a company.
There's an app called Privacy Card where you can do that. Same thing.
I'm like, if the queues break 475 here, oh my god.
Dude, it's going to 0. All right, just don't.
I see 476, yeah, but yeah, 475. I mean, what I was saying is, if you come over here, I'll show you what we're actually doing, and this should give everybody a good idea of what type of event we're dealing with at the moment. Here's your box, right? There's 474. Now what's underneath it? Look. That 470 break and 468 confirmation, we're coming down, and that's 460.
Do that today.
Could we do that today? I don't know about that.
I think we come down to 473 too today. That's like a little box over there too.
If we get the VIX at 28, that 28 to 30 will bring the queues to that 460. 6 p.m.
So you know me and my big boxes. I drew a box from the low of January 5th to the high of January 5th, 2024, and the high of July 11th. And the cost basis is right fucking there at like 450 basically. I'm like,
All right, guys. I gotta separate here. I got a couple things I have to do.
Fun, Potter. I want to
See you later, man.
I got some
Good luck
work.
with wedding stuff.
Pushing
Yeah. I gotta go finish building Manny's chair.
Yep.
Are you gonna be back today?
No, I already found the place to stay and I rented a car already.
I should be back, yes.
Alice is staying in the same hotel with me.
Oh my god. So Alex and Ivy, yeah, we jumped an hour ahead. So your time, you would just be, you have an hour from whenever you woke up. Yeah, I'll leave the Celsius chart up, but you know what, guys? Not a single thread of my body feels disappointed or like I missed out on anything. If anything, I think that was just, again, another great way to show you guys how to manage your trades, and that's worth a lot more, because hopefully in the future, when you're feeling fear and you're in a position that's winning or losing, you can make a good decision and feel good about it. So I should be streaming later, yes, but I'm not sure if it's going to be on TikTok. If anybody on TikTok is looking to join, it's Simple Stacks Investments. All of the memberships come with the Potterbox Workshop, which I ask that you take the time to go through before you join the main Discord. And then I will be available to you to ask those questions going forward. So, but yeah, you guys have a great day. Not sure if we're gonna keep cruising down, but those levels that I gave you on the Qs, you know, this is going to be pretty important. So I'll leave my chart up on both the Qs and Celsius, and I will see you all later. Also, I did record this morning, so I will post that shortly.
Much love, guys. I will be here, just not on live. Got a couple. Like, I really gotta get the shit done. Just been procrastinating for the last week.
I know, me too.
Everything. I don't want to do shit.
Yeah.
You should be doing that anyway. It's unsanitary. All right, bye, guys. Yep, no problem. Thanks for hanging out, guys. If you guys want to go drop a comment on one of my videos, or make sure to go subscribe to my YouTube channel, that'd be great. All right, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you a little bit later.